G'day, I'm Don Burke and welcome to a special edition of Burke's Backyard. Now you remember that we have said this year, you tell us what you want and we'll do it. Well, we've had a stack of letters from people saying, look, my backyard is a bit boring and horrible, a bit like the one here, and I don't know what to do with it, where to start. And what we're going to do on tonight's program is make over this entire backyard. Now, what does it mean for you? Well, it means we're going to look at how you put in a new lawn, all the things you need to know about laying a beautiful instant lawn. Equally, Nigel is going to do a whole stack of paving. Do you know how to do your paving? Nigel will show you the best ways to do the paving. And we're putting in a veggie garden. In fact, the whole team at 7 a.m. in the morning, they will be here any moment now, I hope, to get on with the job. This is your typical sort of Aussie backyard, sort of everything and nothing. And that's the hardest thing, isn't it? How do you actually start? Well, now this is the big tip. What we're going to do before we do anything here is go inside the house, because often the way you've decorated inside your house will give you some sort of a feel for what you do out here. Oh, what a fabulous house this is. Now, this has really been put together, this house, with tremendous love, but also with a great feel for design. Look at all these glorious pictures of everything from cows and pigs and farm produce. You've got all this lovely old furniture. This is sort of one of those country style, almost like with a French influence. This is a real inspiration. From this we can start to get an idea of what we're going to do. There's a good area out here. Now, look, this is the secret to all of it. Now, we haven't set this up for television or anything. This is really what the people here have done. They've got their magazines, cut out pictures that they just really love, and they've made these scrapbooks. Lovely old bits of rusty bric-a-brac and country sort of clothes. Yeah, look, I think I know the design already. This sort of thing, if you're doing one, you don't have to do a country design, but if you cut out the things you like, put them in scrapbooks, when you go to design your house decor or the backyard, it is so easy. The plants come last. The first thing is the look of it. And I know what we're going to do out here. What we're going to do is create a beautiful farmyard scene here, the sort of thing you'd see in the countryside of France, a living picture.
France, mate, I used to swim there every weekend over the Calais. Giving it all that, mate, over the channel.
Oh, well, this is it. And you will get to do, I think, almost every sort of paving you'd ever want to do. What I'm thinking, a couple of areas of lawn here, crisscross path, cutting up the centre, little area, paved area over there where you'd sit and pot up plants and relax, veggie garden in the corner.
Don, je suis Pépé le pavin. Qu'est-ce que ça veut, la veut? Well, I'm going to be doing 3 different kinds of paving. It's going to be a real showcase of different textures and techniques, what you might call the ultimate guide to paving. Now, in the middle of the garden, through the lawns, we've got decomposed granite paths. Around the veggies, we're going to have brick paving, and here we're going to have sandstone flagging. It's going to be an area where you can just sit back, relax. We're going to have a bench here where you can pot up some plants. But first things first, we've got the excavation to do, and then we're going to bring in le road base.
You know, Nigel, in French we love to see the foundation,
oh,
the
well,
fondation.
Excuse me. Now, as luck would have it, our sound recordist is French. His name is Lionel, but we like to call him Lionel.
Well, it started on a bit of the planting, which is always great. This is going to be a citrus tree here. In fact, it's a mandarin. We've got some viburnums here. There's some great viburnums. If you don't know them, they sort of have fluffy white flower heads. This one, Viburnum odoratissimum, so you can guess it's perfume, which most of the viburnums are. This should look very, very nice. As we've gone on, most of the garden plants here were a bit sad, so we've removed the half-dead hibiscus from there. There was an old Photinia here. There'll be more viburnums there. And along the front, to make it look nice and French, but also soft and feminine, lots of roses and maybe a few little herbs and things just hanging over the edge. This will come up very nicely indeed, and it'll look like it's meant to be a garden.
looks like...
Oh, here they are.
Time to get dirty.
Obviously, look at this
You're
one.
doing the garage.
Okay, all right.
A lot of work to do on
Knocking
that.
it down.
You're doing furniture
Okay.
and you're labouring.
I'm helping
You'll help
out.
me.
All these little back sheds have these windows. They're very practical, but they don't match our French theme. We want this to match the French doors over there. So we're going to add these little strips of timber moulding and we're going to glue them on. Just a little tip, make sure they're thin enough so that you can still open the window.
Now this circle will be where the decomposed granite that dear Nigel's going to lay. Comes out from the back of the house. There's an inside bit here. Pot goes there. In fact, that wine cask that we've salvaged will go there. Plants along the back. We're starting to get the beginning. I love this bit. Starting to get some of the geometry looking like it might actually work. It's a good time.
Now, you probably noticed that the stone that we're using is actually quite old. There's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, we managed to salvage some from around the property, but we also had to get some more in from a recycled building supplier. Now, in actual fact, you'll pay at least the same for this old stuff, if not more, than you would do for the brand new stuff that you get from your landscape supplier. But this is the look we're after. We're after that sort of old look. It's the aged stone, a little bit like one of those smelly French cheeses. Well, the final stage for the sandstone flagging is the grouting, which is basically filling all these gaps in with your mortar mix. Now, the thing to remember here is to use the right type of sand. When we laid the stone, we used a bricky sand and cement mix, but for your grout, you need to use a fine washed sand mixed with cement, a little bit like beach sand. Now, the reason for that is that if you use bricky sand, as it dries out, you'll get cracking, and that's obviously not what we want. So fine washed sand with cement, about 4:1, get it all in, and then you come through with a nice clean wet sponge, clean off all the stone, smooth out the mortar, and then we'll let it go off overnight, give it a final clean tomorrow, and the job's done.
Well, hello there. Sorry I'm so late.
The job's nearly over.
Where have you been?
Mate, I've been flat out. I'm sorry, Don.
Yeah.
I've been really busy. I've been building this massive thing. It's been full on. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry I'm late.
Well, we've got a huge chook shed to build. It's
Yeah.
sort of a French look, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, French froggy. I heard about that.
Yeah, like the country in France, you
Yeah.
know, a life in Provence, that sort of thing.
Yeah, Provence, whatever.
Ramshackle old building down the back there. Look, they're all
Yeah.
look at
Oh, no, the girls are going
flat out.
Well, where's Ruck? Where's Nigel? He's the one that's been ringing me, telling me...
Bonjour, monsieur, sorry, mates. Bienvenue au jardin français. Comment allez-vous?
Okay, mate, now what have you got me to do? I don't like the look of this. You've got a lot of books and pictures. What's
I've
happening?
got books and pictures, and we're building actually, well, it's going to be a chook shed for this design, but it could be a kid's cubby house or whatever.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
your detail. Now, what I saw in the book is a piece of gold. Look at this old barn. Now, how good is that? See that? That's
Yep.
the look we want. See the door up the top, see the ladder going up to it, all the old timber.
Just like rough.
rough as guts.
I'm good at that, mate.
Arrived.
Mate, look in your fancy cook outfit.
Don't you talk to me. I'm the chef, and I will cook for you pig dogs if I feel like it. I'm going into the kitchen, and I'm going to knock up a pistoladier. What?
Oh, mate, I think it's the second door on the left.
First door on the right, the kitchen.
Oh, right, sorry.
It is French for pizza.
Really?
French pizza. Absolutely. Back to pizza.
We're starving.
The The second project in Nigel's ultimate guide to paving is the decomposed granite paths. Now, the reason we've chosen this material, apart from the fact that it's good, is that it resembles the paths that you do see in France. Now, this stuff will cost you about $70 a tonne, but I'm going to show you a great way to save a few bucks without compromising the job. Now, what I've done is brought in a 50mm layer of road base, which is half the price of the granite. That'll sit underneath the granite. Then we'll bring in the granite 50mm layer. We'll end up with a total of 100mm, nice and solid. And when it's finished, it's going to look très magnifique.
Sooner or later, all of you are going to put in a lawn somewhere, front yard or backyard or whatever. And it looks so good if you get it right. There's only one thing that matters that you must get right, and I'm going to show you right now. If you get this bit wrong, your lawn and your backyard will be dreadful forever. Get this right and your life will be wonderful. Now, what is it? It's shedding the water. The main function of a lawn is to evenly shed water during periods of rain. So what you should do is look over the fence, look at your own yard, see where that fall of the land is, and then make sure as you set out the base for your lawn that slope is even so the water sheets away during periods of rain. And the basic way you do it is get a piece of timber longer than this one, but this will give you the idea. Use a level and keep checking what that slope is. Now here you can see the fall of the land is pretty much towards that back diagonal corner. So we've sheeted it across there. If you're confused about the bits of wood for the edges, don't worry, we're building the levels up to that. So this is the base level, but get the base level right and then everything drains forever. But look, here's a mistake. Don't ever put in an edge like that, a raised garden edge, down where the water runs. Otherwise you'll have a swimming pool instead of a backyard. Equally, if this base level is not right, you'll get pools of water that gather during periods of rain.
Gee, boys, the garden's going well. The girls are doing a great job.
They're good sorts, aren't they, the girls?
Yeah.
Imagine if there were 3 French maids.
Now let's see if there's any French resistance in this garden. Boys, girls, down tools.
Jeffrey!
Piscine d'hier, huh? Try
Mate,
that.
scones.
No, not scones.
They look like scones.
Eat one.
Oh, mate.
Anchovies, olives, beautiful.
The proof of the pudding is when the Frenchman likes it. Where is the
We've
frog?
got a froggy here.
Where is the frog? Ah, Lionel, come over here, pal. Lionel is on sound. Yeah.
There's the
Would
froggy.
you like? Can you pick that up, or do you want me to hand feed you? No. Tell me.
Ribbit.
What do you think?
Mais c'est très bien, Jeff. Tu as fait une très bonne pissaladière. La preuve, je me croirais dans mon propre pays.
What the?
I don't think he liked it.
I don't think he does either.
Was it good or bad? Go like that. Thumbs up from the froggy. Well, thank you, pal. My work's done. Nige, can you be in charge of my facility,
Absolutely, mate. Beautiful.
Got much to go?
I'll have another bit of that.
On that note, au revoir.
Au revoir, design.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Au revoir,
Bye.
design.
Ferrajaga.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, right, Ferrajaga, beat it.
Our chook shed
It's
is
going to be good.
It is starting to come together. Going to be a beautiful sort of French barn, country barn. Chickens going there. Actually, you know what? I just thought we haven't thought of what chickens we're getting now. It's French. We're looking for something that's a bit classy.
Exactly. I know exactly the French chicks to get you.
Really? So you're going to get what? Some classy French chicks?
I'll bring them back. Yep, classy French.
Hey, hang on a minute.
Can we come?
Yeah.
No, I'll bring them back. I gotta go.